chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receiver.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 14 carries, 60 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pushing his way through. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. Nothing fancy on... First down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Naeem Hines, his first carry.
Oh my fucking god. He's so fucking injury prone.
They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there.
That's
His
it.
2nd touchdown on the season, and the Colts are in for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
On second down, here's Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's going to loft one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. They will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first down carry now for Yeldon. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Mahomes now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes will try again on second down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a... But they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. And that is intercepted on this.
What?
And we
That's
will skip the
intercepted. Get the
highlight show
fuck
this
outta
week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. This one taken from the 7. Oh, good move. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw. It's complete. Deion Kane working the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to... timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Fournette, a first down carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth.
Green 90.
On second down, here's Yelder. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 90.
Mahomes now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Green 39.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there.
Bro?
Tackled down at the 1. First down, Jacksonville.
Like it's on all fucking
looking
Madden.
sharp on this drive for the Jags.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. They'll give it to him up the middle, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Here we go now.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to go deep down the left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, he's definitely an or not.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's second down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Now here's Mahomes. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And again, it's Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. T.J. Green with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, freezing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but